Hey guys, Coach Mike here, sharing a breakfast story with you. Now, as many of you may know, at one point in my life, I was the carb devil. Recently, I've been using MyFitnessPal to track macronutrients, protein, fat, and carbohydrates to make sure I'm getting the right balance in my diet. The story I want to share with you relates to how we think about food. How many of us have heard the old adage, if we do what we've always done, we'll get what we've always gotten? This made me think of how a lot of us deal with food. We like the foods we like, but how many of us want to make the change to eat more healthy, but we eat a lot of the same things in the same proportions? Well, after a long hiatus from taking care of myself, the last 4 months I've been working hard to exercise frequently and track my food, and I realized that my favorite breakfast was too heavy in carbohydrates. So my favorite breakfast is the chicken fajita omelet from around the corner at Spill the Beans. Now let's do a quick breakdown here of the macronutrients. It's got the right amount of protein for me, 51 grams with chicken, 3 eggs, and 2 egg whites. With the 3 egg yolks, I'm getting enough fat, around 22 grams. However, after punching this breakfast into MyFitnessPal, I realized that I was getting almost double the amount of carbohydrates I should be getting with each meal. So with the potatoes and toast, and of course jelly on the toast, I was having 107 grams of carbs. And I should be having between 40 and 60 grams of carbs. Once I realized this, my mind started turning. I want to eat this delicious breakfast, but how can I drop the carbs to a more appropriate range? Should I drop the toast? Should I eat all of the potatoes? Should I drop the potatoes and have the toast? Can I have a little bit of all of it? It's something that you have to play around with in your head. So using the app, I got to play with my food and weigh my different options. Taking out the jelly alone dropped 20 grams of carbs. Okay, fine, I'll do without the sweet goodness of grape jelly. Then I cut out 1 piece of rye bread, and that brought me down to 79 grams. Lastly, I cut out a half a cup of potatoes, and that brought me right where I needed to be, 51 grams for my breakfast. Now keep in mind, there are also carbs in the vegetables as well. So what's the point here? This breakfast is a comfort food for me. It's healthy-ish, but needed some tweaking to make sure it matched my guidelines. Ultimately, we have to examine our habits to assess our actions and make changes. No one likes to give up the foods that they've always enjoyed. And the fact is, you might not have to. Eating in moderation is a boring topic, but over time it does work. Dan John talks about your diet being a sliding scale. There's the ultra strict diet that a lot of us assume we have to replicate to get the body composition we want. And then there is completely eating in an unhealthy fashion. If we can start to take ownership of what we eat and make more healthy compromises when we can, over time we will start to see the changes in our body that we want to see. Do you want to see results faster? Make more compromises, but talk to a coach to make sure they're the right ones for you. Any plan that demonizes anything, whether it's carbs, fats, or protein, is less likely to become more of a lifestyle and will always continue to feel like a diet. I want you to make the right decisions for you. So what comfort foods do you like to eat? Are there things that you can cut out of it or compromises you can make to make it more healthy for you? Think about that the next time you go for one of those comfort foods, and I hope this helps you make a choice that helps you reach your goal.